Hey YouTube, RicoKnows here. Going to talk to you guys about a depth chart, if you will. Florida's depth chart. It got released earlier this week. I was on vacation. I finally got around to it. And I look at it, and I see what I expected. Cormani McClain is left off the depth chart. So as of this point, there are 6 cornerbacks better than Cormani McClain on the roster. I told you guys I felt Jameer Grimesley, this kid right here, the Alabama transfer, 6'2", 200 pounds, has similar metrics as far as length goes, but just a little more filled out, a little more muscular and ready for the college game. I felt like he was better than Cormani McClain, and I made that call a couple of months ago in a video. And I had a lot of, not feedback, but a lot of criticism from the haters on TikTok telling me, Rico, you don't know what you're talking about. All these rumors are false. He's doing well at Florida. And yeah, he's doing well. He's doing as well as to be expected. But this is not a 5-star caliber athlete. This is not a 5-star player. This is recruiting websites missing on a player, and they're just going to consistently label him a 5-star. There's nothing 5-star about him. He doesn't have a 5-star talent, doesn't have 5-star work ethic, doesn't have the drive to be great. And I've told you he's not ever going to succeed in this world because it's a male-dominant field. And I feel like he doesn't respect men. I'm just keeping it real. My assessment, he doesn't respect authority or rules given to him, or at least standards and parameters given by men. And I blame this on his single mother. A lot of people retorted back, I know plenty of successful players with single moms. I'm successful. I was raised by a single parent. It's like, yes, I know. I'm very aware. There are successful people in this world that were raised by single parents. There's no doubt in my mind you can be successful raised by a single parent. You have to respect authority. Especially in football, you have to have your priorities straight, have a high level work ethic, and have a male mentor. Have somebody that you look up to in this field, whether that be a coach, another player, I don't know, something. But the problem with this young man is he has none of those things. He was raised to be just kind of babied, anointed. He was this guy who's the greatest player. And these kids don't understand this, right? It's not that you get to college and you have to compete for playing time and all this stuff. The vast majority of Division I football players, and I'm not even joking, the vast majority of FBS 5-star players are the greatest players in the history of their high school. They go from being absolute rock stars, going to be in their high school's Hall of Fame, to now you need to compete for reps. Not game reps, practice reps. You're the greatest thing your high school's ever seen, and then you get there, and it's like, you're not really built for this. And I told you guys, he wasn't better than anybody on Florida's roster. I put this on wax. I put this on in 4K. I put this in every video I can. And I get attacked every time I say it, but I'm right every single time. So now you have the new coaching staff take that young man and leave him off the 2 deep completely. 3 deep. He's not even 3rd string. There are 3 true freshmen in the 3 deep in the secondary. There are 3 ahead of him on the depth chart. At a minimum, at best, he's cornerback 7. That's a little wild. But that's to be expected. That's what I thought. So until that young man gets his priorities straight, starts to, Rico, how did you come to this conclusion? I want to address this right now. How did you come to this conclusion he doesn't respect men? How do you know? Well, first and foremost, I have interviewed former teammates. They have reached out in the DMs. They have told me his temperament, his character, his work ethic, the way he carries himself. So there's that. And then secondly, I infer conclusions. I look at things and then I get to a certain conclusion. And one of them would be when he was leaving Colorado, he thanked the defensive coordinator who had been there for like a week. He was petty, and that's the only person he thanked in his goodbye message. He thanked a brand new defensive coordinator who had been there a week, and he said, thanks for teaching me what you taught me. In a year of being there, around all these other adults that are trying to help you, trying to make you a better person, a better player, a better son, a better brother, whatever it is. They're trying to make you just a better person in general. You didn't think any of them. You don't value them. You don't value their input. You don't think very highly of them. I don't think you value men trying to lead you. And in the world of football, that's a problem because that's all there is men. You got to respect them. So shout out to all the single moms out there who raise their sons to respect authority, to have great work ethic, respect for their coaches, and taught them that they needed a male mentor in their life. Not every single mother does that. Some of them will go around their whole life just preaching, you don't need to listen to a man. You don't need a man. I'm independent. Ain't no man going to tell me what to do. You hear all that shit all day long. Those women who talk like that, and this is a tangent about relationships, but women who talk like that haven't found a high caliber man in their life. That's all it is. They haven't come across somebody who can do great things for them. They haven't come across somebody who's equivalent to them or who they respect. Have you ever seen somebody and they're like, I'd give anything to be with that person. That person is above my level. I married above my pay grade. You've heard this all the time. I married up. Yeah, somebody in every relationship feels that way. But if you ever come across a woman who doesn't talk like that, doesn't feel that way, she probably didn't do it. She doesn't know what it is. So I'd imagine she's not dating any CEOs. I'd imagine she's not dating any self-made men, any successful people in this world. So you just get this subconscious agenda fed to you your entire life. Real talk. You guys don't like it. You don't want to hear it. You don't believe it, but it's the truth. It's the truth. There's an entire demographic dealing with this. An entire generation of people being raised a certain way. And then when it comes down to, the end result, or at least assessing results, people want to get upset and want to clutch their pearls and point out all the anecdotes. They want to point out all the success stories. I'm telling you, how many comments I get from guys saying, Rico, there's so many successful NFL players with the single mom. It's like, yeah, I know. Let's sit down and look at their common denominators, because the only prerequisite is not that they had a single mom. Let's go check, see how hard they work at practice. Let's go check and see if they respect their coaches. Let's go check and see if they have male mentors or people they look up to that are men. I don't know. I study this kind of stuff. It's unique. It's kind of it's always one of those comprehension things. Like, you hear me talk about a topic and you lock into the first thing I say and you don't even listen to the rest. You don't get all the context. I know that paragraph word problems were kicking your guys' ass. Anybody who doesn't agree with what I'm saying right now, I know for a fact you are overwhelmed by word problems. Right? It would be like, Johnny ate 3 steaks for dinner with a side of rice and beans. Johnny is also a vegetarian. What didn't Johnny eat for dinner? Some shit like that, bro. And you guys will be like, well, Johnny, he ate steaks. And you didn't even hear the part where he was a vegetarian. It's nuts, bro. It's just crazy. You guys make me sick. Nonetheless, shout out to Cormani McClain. Keep working, man. Keep working. Get ready to pay them taxes, because I need it. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Just another one I got right. Peace.